Okay, so this is like a story of how I got stuck in a high chair, a big wood high chair that my uncle had built. So, we were at my grandma's. And I was probably like 10 or 11, and my brother and sister were probably like 8 or 5. 8 and 5. Their names are Avery and Pamela. And so we play this baby game because I can get what I want when we play the baby game because I get like them to do stuff for me. So I agreed to play it. We're playing this baby game, and I was of course the baby. And so they're like, okay, if you're gonna be our baby, you gotta get in this high chair. It's like about this tall. It's like high chair. So I slip into the high chair, and I have dinner, and I have dessert. And I'm all fine. I'm in the high chair, and so yeah. And then I'm trying to get out because I was done with my high chair. And I'm trying to get out, and I'm like, I can't get out. I can't get out. And I start to kind of freak out a little bit. I'm like, probably just need to slip out. So I'm kind of pulling. My kneecaps are like stuck on that like thing that holds the baby in. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so scared. And I was stuck in there for like 5 minutes. Well, like to begin with, I was in there for 5 minutes. And then I'm like, after 5 minutes, I was really starting to get scared because I'm like, I can't get out. So he had like this oily butter stuff, and we tried to rub it on my legs and pull me out, and it wasn't working, and I was just like freaking out because I could not get out of this stupid high chair. My grandma, she has my grandpa, who's really strong, or my papa, pick me up and put me on the floor. So I'm laying in this high chair like this on the floor. It wasn't very comfortable. And my grandma grabs my arms, and she's like pulling me, and I wouldn't come out. And it was really hurting my knees. And she just kept pulling me, and I'm like, you need to stop, this hurts. She's like, well, you're really stuck in here. I can't get you out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. And I was so nervous, and I was stuck in a stupid high chair. And so I'm in this high chair, and then she's like, well, maybe we could saw you out. And so I'm like, no. Not getting sawed out of this high chair. And so she's like, okay, fine, whatever. We can get you out a different way. So she grabs me, and she grabs my grandpa, and my grandpa grabs the high chair, and she's pulling me. It's like a tug of war. And it's hurting so bad, but I really want out of this high chair. And it doesn't work. They pulled for like 10 minutes, so they set me back up, so I'm like sitting up, and she's like, Papa, go grab the saw. The saw. So he goes out to get this saw, and I'm stuck in this high chair screaming and crying because I'm about to get my leg almost sawed off by a stupid high chair if he slips. Because salsa, slip, oh, my leg! So anyway, he comes back with the saw, and I'm screaming and begging no. But I really do want to get out of the stupid high chair. So I'm screaming and crying. She's like, hold still. So she grabs me, and she's like trying to pull me back. And even with pulling me back as much as she could, there's probably about this much room for me on the edge of the high chair where he's sawing. She's holding me back, and I'm crying, and my grandpa's just like, saw. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so gonna die. I'm gonna bleed to death because he's gonna slip and cut my leg. But he finally gets sawed through, and I ended up ruining the high chair horse. It was like 3 things in one. It was a high chair if you put it up. If you put it on its side, it was this like rocking horse. And if you put it on its other side, it was a desk. So it's really cool, and I ended up ruining one part of it because we had to saw it out. So I finally got sawed out of this stupid high chair. And my grandma's like, you are never going in a high chair again, or something that's made for a baby, not a 10 or 11-year-old, or however old I was then. So I did eventually get out of the stupid high chair, and I was very scared when I wasn't. So yeah, I did get out of the high chair. Very scary experience. And thanks for watching.